positive. I hope I don't have any microplastics in my system.
Overall, we have a lot of good food. Maybe I'm just like still in a bright mood because the food for Parents Weekend was phenomenal. But I don't know, I have optimism when it comes to our food.
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm not optimistic about our food. I would say notes, if they could increase our orange chicken output, I would love that. But like outside of that, I mean, get rid of everything else, honestly.
I feel like it was so much better last year. It got a little bit worse this year.
I'm trying to like call in before I call out and realize if it's because like we've been here longer that it feels less great.
I think that Stanford dining, it's definitely convenient. There's a lot of dining halls around. They definitely like to spice it up sometimes. I'm not a big fan of the fish. Whenever they do fish, it like, I don't know, I feel like they could be a little diff, but like they do some things great and they're very kind.
My hope for dining halls is like, I totally get athlete dining, athletes need to be fueled, but come on, the athlete-student divide is real. How are we going to get students to come together? And so I think the dining hall is our new town hall, and I know that if we had slightly elevated food, that maybe people would come together more. It's a community thing. That's my pitch.
You know, they have their good days and bad days. I am a little concerned about the recent email that we got about the microplastics. Every time I go to the dining, I always think about it. So it's like, I don't know, it kind of ruins the experience, you know?
Yes, I don't think the dining hall food is that bad. I think people complain about it a lot, but I think it's actually quite good. And there's fresh fruit every day. When I went and visited my friends on the East Coast, they had frozen fruit every day. So we're very lucky.
Wait, okay, that's a good question. Recently, my favorite's been Casper. I'm obsessed with their bowls they have during the week specifically.
I'm gonna have to we're gonna run Lakeside, because like, you know, you got late night, you know, that really hits. And then we've got like, Lakeside lunch has not been it here lately though, I will admit, but Lakeside breakfast after a nice lift goes crazy.
Wilbur. But no, I hate the lines.
I've been an Arriaga girl myself, but recently it's been pretty lacking.
My favorite dining hall freshman year was Casper because it was very close and they have great brunch on the weekends. But lately, I'm a junior and it's been Arriaga.
Arriaga, because I think people come together in a really nice way.
Oh, Arriaga, most definitely.
I think Arriaga's the best. Actually, I think Flomo's the best. Sorry. As someone who lives on the row, Flomo is the closest dining hall and it has the best brunch because we have salmon every brunch and a crepe bar. Oh, that's the other reason Flomo's the best. Indian food on Sundays.
I have to say, and this is bad because I live in Soto, but it has to be Wilbur. Unfortunately, like the Sunday Wilbur meals are consistently and utterly disappointing. I'm hungry, it's late, the school like day and week is about to start and there's nothing to eat. So although I have a lot of love for the Wilbur community, Wilbur has to be my least favorite dining hall.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Wilbur too, you know. The chicken is like, it's rough, you know.
The most convenient for me is Ricker, but it's my least favorite because I live in Govco. They took away all of the good drinks. So there used to be a drink collection of like 8 different drinks, and then now there's only 2.
I would say but it's also like my home, Stern. I do hear it, I don't know, it's very like polarized, like I feel very extremist about it.
Govco, any dining hall in Govco, because it's so far from everything.
Stern. I don't know, I just really don't like it.
My least favorite dining hall is Ricker.
You know, I don't love hearing that we have microplastics in our food. That wasn't like my favorite piece of news to hear. Probably am doing worse things with the amount of like energy drinks I drink and coffee I intake than eating a couple microplastics. Like, might as well throw it into the bunch. So, you know, it could be worse.
Same thing, I mean, I put way worse things into my body on a weekly basis, so I can't really complain too much, yeah.
I read the article. Did you read the article?
No, but I've heard the talk.
Well, I read that it wasn't that big of a deal, like at the end of the article. Like it wasn't an alarming amount. I mean, I think everything that we eat kind of has a lot of plastics in it already, so I'm not honestly too concerned about that.
I think the microplastic discussion is interesting because I feel a little bit numb to it, just because this has been kind of a wider social like consideration for like a long time, so it feels less like urgent and specific to Stanford.
Yeah, I worked in kitchens like all throughout my life. Like when I was in high school, I worked at a French restaurant and stuff. And you know, I feel like the microplastic thing is definitely concerning. I've never cooked like in mass bulk, so I can only imagine like what they're having to go through to like make the food, and if that maybe has an effect on it.
I mean, that can't be positive. It can't be positive. I hope I don't have any microplastics in my system.
It's concerning. I don't think we should be eating that much plastic in our food, and when like dining options are like the only things that we have for a lot of people, it's like, you know, what else are we supposed to eat, you know?
No, I haven't really thought about it, but I think there are microplastics everywhere. I wonder if that's a result of like the mass production of the food, maybe?
Yes, there has also been chatter of
You're not telling me good things, Don.